Welcome back to this another live session, traders. For the NY session coming up, high impact news, we see that coming up, core PC price index, and with that news, looking for potential entry, core PC price index in 5 minutes, also care on GDP or GDP on CAD, and looking for an entry here. We can see that on gold from the intraday perspective, if we look at the previous session, we can see the market has made its initial bounce back to the upside here in this market. So we can see the market from the lower time frame potentially breaking above here in that area. If you guys look at it, you can see the market is slowly building that momentum back to the upside here. And as news coming up, if we see that significant bullish bias on gold, we can see the market has dropped to the trend line and then started to reject back again to the upside here in this market. So this is a long-term bull market, and we can see the price has formed a significant from this support level. You can see the price has made its move back to the upside here. So with that being said, what we can see, the market to potentially grab the liquidity and then to trend back here to create a new higher high in this market. So that being said, here we can see the price showing up that the market potentially to remain bullish, and this is what looking at the moment, guys. You can see the market in this area. This is the lower time frame price action, and from the daily, I'm going to look at the daily. If you guys looking at daily, let me know in the live chat, or are you looking at the lower time frame here? Welcome, good evening, hi everyone. Buy, sell, that's what we are looking at. Still undecided. Coming up in 4 minutes the news, and news gonna be a big market mover here, market change. This is where, if you look at the daily chart here, that you can see, guys, this is the daily chart on gold. And as the market from the daily perspective, from this daily support level, right, so you can see this is the daily support, and we can see the market had initial bounce. We might see the market to potentially crack that high here. Okay, so you can see this is the support daily, and this is the daily resistance here, guys. This is crucial because the market is approaching the daily high, and if the spike going up to crack the daily high, are we going to sell here? What I think, there is a possibility for a sell. Do you think so? Because breaking the daily high will be an important area of value that we can look for possible downside here, because the daily market has created series of lower high, and breaking that 3755 is an important area that we can look for potential selling here. And I think the market may go ahead, cross that high, and then could reject back again as from this daily high here. What do you think? Do you think so? Welcome. Do you think the market will break from 3755 and reject back? Let me start with a poll before the news. Yes or no? Your TP is 3700. So I posted a poll, guys. Share your thought and opinion. Sell on gold 3720. You have sold 3720. This is still 3750. It's well below. All right. What we are looking at here, that the market to cross today's high here. I am on sell limit at 3755. Yes. I would look to put the sell limit, but I'm waiting for the news to come up because we don't want to get in the spike, right? We don't want to get in the trade with the spike, guys. Do you want to get in the trade with the spike? Let me know in the live chat. Do you want to get in the trade in the spike, or you want actual movement in the market? You can see that there's a primary rejection. And what I'm looking at here, the price to touch the daily high and then to return back below. We see that some rejection coming here. What data has come out, that's also important to look at. How the market has impacted with the data. We see that coming up. Core PC price index, 0.2% forecast. But CAD was positive, GDP. So, core PC price index is 0.2% on dollar. And you see that CAD GDP up. You see that final GDP on dollar also up. You see there is a relationship here. There's a pretty good relationship with the unemployment claims, GDP, and rate cut. So we'll be discussing those data, how they might have impact. You can see it's bouncing off that level, guys. It's going up to hit that daily high here. Boom, that's a bounce. That's a bounce here, right? So it just crossed the daily high. The previous daily high is here. So if we look at, it's a long-term bull market. So you can see the market has made its move back above here, okay, with this inverted head and shoulder. The previous daily high is approaching at the moment. Can you place a pending order on the previous daily high? I would do so. Let's wait to see. Once the market crossed that previous daily high, we can expect a rejection if the market reached there. We see that it's now showing that potentially upside here in this area. So positive data on core PC price index has given. So DXY, we see that with the news has initially dropped. So we can see that that is reflecting on gold as a bullish price action in that area. So you can see the market crossed from 10 and 20 EMA in that area. So you can see the price again getting that reaction back from that level. Looking at 1 minute chart, this is a breakout from the daily resistance. 3755 was a daily high and the market dropped 24 pip from that level. We would look to sell here. The only reason we didn't sell is, you know, that because of the news, and you want to see that it has settled before you get into the trade. It's too risky to enter a spike. Yes, absolutely. Can you explain the news and how does this affect dollar? Yeah, we will be going in depth on that. It's important to look at the fundamental aspect as a trader. Either you are trading gold, crypto, anything, or currency. You can see it dropped a lot from this level, from this daily high here. It dropped back to this low here. All right, so now it might, what you could see from here, rejection back. We can look for even potentially buy if the market drop to that low here, to this daily support level. There is significant volatility on gold that you can see. You can see that from here 10 and 20 MA crossed over. This is 1 hour chart on gold, and directional bias is very important to look at. Okay, so it's now breaking back potentially below. This is the 4 hour candlestick pattern. The session's low is here. The market structure here on gold is showing that potentially bullish, and we can see the price is maintaining this uptrending market structure. From the daily, from this support level, we can see the market is maintaining that upside here, going up, crossing that high, filling that zone, and potentially to break to the upside here to create a new higher high in this market. Here's the lower time frame price action that you can see the market is maintaining this uptrending market structure. We can see there's an inverted head and shoulder that we can spot, and it's pushing back to the upside. We need to look for the entry from a very important area of value. From the 4 hour, if we look at the current session and the daily, so are we going to sell or buy? As today's market has dropped well above, if the market is crossing the previous daily high, we can look for short-term sell from that zone here, right? We can see the price is slowly trying to build that momentum back below. If the price is going to hit that, as if you guys look at, this is the weekly market, right? Weekly market, which is showing that bullish. If you look at the daily, now if the market is coming back to this daily low, which is one probability, from the intraday we will be going long. While if the market is going to the daily high here, we can look for short. So two distinct areas that we will be looking at for potential entry. This is the 4 hour candle. We still have 1.5 hours to go. It's still probability for this market to break this session's low here. And that is where the trading opportunity. 3742 buy, 3761 potential sell, looking at in these two distinct areas. Are you going to see that the market to drop back again 374243 level, which is possible? Still the market to drop again below the daily low here. On the other hand, if the market goes to cross 3761 level, we will be looking for short-term sell. Welcome to this live session. If you guys enjoying the live session that I'm doing every single day, make sure you like this stream and also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done yet, press the notification bell so you are not missing that I'm posting every single day. All right, so you can see the break from the high, the price approaching the daily support level. Also the 4-hour, this is forming an intraday doji, potentially 4-hour doji, and would like to see the market breaking below to this 4-hour support level. That's where we'll be able to find an entry here in that market, and we will be looking for an entry from the session's low if the market managed to drop to our level. This is the session's low here at 3743 level. It might be a faster move that you could see in that area for the session's low, and we are almost end of the week, but we can see the market is leaving potentially a clue here. So if you look at here, this is a trend line that the market was following, and slowly it has broken out of that trend line slowly from this consolidation, and at the moment we can see it has broken to the upside. But I think that the market potentially to break below here before it bounce off that level, and this is the session's low from the 4-hour 3743, and we will be placing a buy limit at 3743 level, and we'll be waiting for the market to break that low to potentially bounce off that level. If the market is not triggering us, we still have chance to modify that entry. Our goal here is to keep our high win rate on. So I'm placing at 3743.61, and this is a 50-minute chart, so there will be 1.5 ATR stop loss, 43. So placing buy limit here in that area for a potential drop, and then from this session's low and potentially to reject back above. So we are looking for buy limit on gold here. I will be explaining the in-depth analysis as well as the trade ideas, guys, so don't miss out here for this analysis, to stick till the end to know all the education behind. Xauusd buy limit at 3749.16. No, 3743 point. We are on the wrong spot here. 37 buy limit at 3743.61. So place that buy limit here, and what I think gold, you can see there is a long wick as there is a sharp rejection from this higher price, possibility for a break of this trend line before it has any upside bias here. Here's what you can see, the market's trying to break that high here. 4-hour candle forming potentially from this support level, a bias back to the upside here, and are we going to see that move back to the upside in this market? Let's wait for the price to show up. Okay, so if the market, our again entry is to the sessions low because it's an uptrending market. In case the market is going to hit that previous daily high, also we will be looking for potential sell, as from the previous daily high we saw that there was a significant break here in that market. So at the moment we are on a buy limit, as we would like to see that the market has tested the sessions low for a potential upside here in this market. Without breaking that low, if the market break that high, we will be looking for sell limit in that area. At the moment we are on buy limit. If the market changes its sentiment, we can change our entry accordingly. Are you guys with me? Say yes if you are with me. Welcome back to this live session. And welcome. Chances are there. Thank you very much. For me, it looks like more of liquidity sweep from both sides, and now NY session drop below. Yes, so this is what happened when there is news. There is a liquidity sweep on both direction more often. Basically, the market grab directional liquidity from both direction and finally started to move in one direction or go to a range. So here is, we can see the 4-hour market. This is where the market is not pushing high. Instead, it's gathering liquidity from both direction for a potential breakout in this market. I think we will drop further tonight. Potentially we will not drop, but the market might drop. I think so, depending on, and we have placed our entry at that level, right? So even the market drop, we are looking at a level where the market will in fact eventually have a reaction. We are a scalper. We are not a long-term trader. We are not holding at a trade for weeks. So even if you are entering in a zone where yesterday you guys have seen, we just quickly catch 20 pip in a flash, right? So what we need here, an important area of value, guys. We are buying or selling from a key level, right, where there is a high chance for the market to have a reaction back, and that's scalping, right? We don't need to catch a bigger move. We do catch bigger move. We do that. Don't misunderstand. We take 100, 200, 300 pip in a single trade. But what we are looking at here is a short move and then taking the trade. If we see that that trade has a potential for bigger move, we will move the stop loss at entry, take the partial profit and let it run for quite a few hundred pip. That's how trading is. Now we need to find that market. Currently this is ranging, right? You guys have seen that it's ranging, and in a range market we will be also need to trade accordingly, right? Ambitious expectation at the same time, practical market structure, where in fact the market potential to have a reversal because it has created an inside bar from yesterday's market that you guys have seen. Revisit FOMC high. Thank you very much. Welcome. Yep, that's what we see. You're looking at here, this is the 4-hour price. Again, we see there is a doji, and you can see that doji here, and that's where this is the 4-hour candle waiting for the session's low to be broken. It's because it's a long-term bullish, the possibility to break that high for bigger picture is higher, but you want to see the market has tested that low before we get into the trade. And as data has come out to be, if you guys look at CAD, also GDP higher, dollar also higher GDP. Now, with the higher GDP, what kind of situation you could see on DXY and Gold? Welcome. Or we can still wait till get to 3720 and do a buy. Well, for going to 3720 for a buy, the market may drop. If you look at the daily, this market could potentially break the previous daily low, right? Or could potentially break the previous daily high. That's where the high probability, especially breaking 3722 or 3720 low in between this zone is a high probability zone, because this is where the long-term trend is showing that it's in an uptrend. Are you guys ready for entry? Say yes in the live chat if you are ready for the entry. Yes, thank you very much. All right, so it's closing. We still see that this 4-hour candle trying to push back to the upside, and I think from experience and from analysis that this 4-hour candle may not be able to go as a stronger bull candle, as there are quite a few rejection in that area here. welcome. So you can see here the market is trying to build that momentum here. All right, so now how the market is building, this is where there is a consolidation. Even the market is in a consolidation, we still have an opinion, right? This is also very interesting fact that if you look at the smart trader who really profitable, they don't have any opinion, right? This is a big lesson for your trading psychology. There are two ways we can trade the market. One way is trading as the market are, or trading as we have an opinion. Most traders trade what they think that the market might do, rather than in fact how the market would do, right? This is a very subtle, but there's a big difference, right? So if you look at the market in a consolidation, is still there is a directional bias in this market. So you can see that here from this level the market dropped to that support, and the market now slowly building a momentum for potentially upside here. So this is an uptrending market structure where the market is maintaining this series of higher low here in that market. We see there is a long wick at the top, and the market may potentially crossing that high, and that's we see that is showing that bullish momentum in that area. And with this doji, so which is showing that potentially still bullish upside momentum. Now if the market not coming to that level that we have our entry, we might even find a sell opportunity from the high here. As it is weekend, we might see that significant trend change in this market, and that's a very important point to look at. If the market is really changing its trend, the way the market structures form, we might see that there is a change of character, right? So you guys can see my screen now. We are waiting for a break of trend line in that area for an entry. We place the pending order, and at the same time we can see the market is going to hit potentially to the resistance line, which is the previous daily high here. There's an upside bias. If the market is going to hit the daily high, are you going to look for short-term sell? Let's see that how the market structure is being created in that area here. All right, so we will be placing also at the same time sell limit. So we will keep the buy limit on, and at the same time we will be placing sell limit in that area here. We see there is a fast move. If the price cross our entry very soon, we might not be able to enter, but I like to see that entering. Moving very faster here, and it's crossing the daily high. It just crossed that high. You couldn't enter. I'm exceeding the entry. We couldn't enter. We'll be waiting for the market to show up again. This is a very faster bounce of that level. See from the daily high, it carrying rejection again, and so we only had that buy limit, which the market had made its move back above, and now in that area, if you guys look at, you can see that with that, from this level the market has completely broken above, and it's still maintaining that uptrend. Now there is a clean cross of 10 and 20 MA from the 1 hour, and the market on the 1 hour chart also we can see the price is in the first 10 minutes after the news has made significant break above here. So looking at new level here for potential entry to this 1 hour support level, where the market is potentially heading back to the upside here in this market. If you look at here, you can see 10 and 20 MA crossed over. We can see 30 minutes and 1 hour, both directional bias. The market has rejected from this lower time frame 10 EM, which is a high area of value, which is pushing the price above. Now we can look for possible further potentially upside here. This is an important support that we can see the market is maintaining here in this market. There is a significant bullish impulse in that market to the upside here, and that might lead that market potentially to continue to trend back above. So any drop here in this market is now an opportunity to buy. You're waiting for a break of structure here. If we look at the 1 minute and 15 minutes as well, this is the current session's bullish impulse back to the upside here. Welcome, and it's in a bullish impulse here, expecting the market to drop for a deeper pullback in that area here. DXY is dropping. DXY drop is supporting gold, so they are mirroring, right? DXY and gold. When DXY going up, gold is going down. When DXY is going down, gold is going up. Why this relationship? Can anybody explain? And why also, if you guys look at the fundamental, when there is a rate cut, gold is going up, right? When there is a rate cut, gold is going up. when DXY is coming down, gold is going up. There is a direct relationship, right? And especially with the rate cut, right? So when you can see gold again with the GDP data, also gold has again bounced back to the upside. Now, when there is a GDP growth, also it's a very interesting question, right? When there is a high growth in GDP, if you look at the GDP on dollar, we can see that it's more than expected, which is a positive news, right? Unemployment claims also came out to be less. And with that data, GDP was way more than higher than the forecast. Forecast was 3.3%. GDP has gone to 3.8%, right? Which is absolutely good news, right? Having a higher GDP means growth is going higher. And in economy like that, in a first world country where such a high GDP is in fact a big one, right? In such a big economy, even 0.2%, 0.3% growth can be huge. Now, where you can see 3.8% in that quarter, though it is not yearly, but still it's a very high growth than the expected. Now, with the GDP growth, then why gold is going up? Can anyone have any question? Guys, this will change the way you look at the market. You need to combine the technical that along with the fundamental, fuse together. And these are very simple. You don't need a bunch of information to know that. Just few small things that will help you to understand the trend, why the bigger flow coming in the market. So with the higher GDP, what's the reason for gold to going up or dollar to coming down? You can give your thought here. While also you're looking at, we see that both so gold remain bullish. We got 53% bought, which is very good. Gold in fact remain bullish here, which is very good to see that. Now we can see that after break of this high from this daily high, the market now to come for that deeper drop here. We might be able to readjust our entry because the market has gone well above. We are looking for entry to readjust here for this move back to the upside. Okay, you can see that after this right candle, the market to potentially break that low, we see there is a fair value gap. Now, if this market in this lower time frame crossing that fair value gap here, dropping back down potentially to this support level here, we can look for the market to give us another entry. This is where I'm looking at this market potentially drop back well to this session's low, and this is also the 1 hour 10 EMA, right? Let's change the pending order now back below to this support level. Now I'm looking to change the pending order, guys. We'll just modify the entry here, and so we'll be readjusting the pending order to the new level, and we would like to buy from that area. So the new buy limit that we are looking at here, $3751.34. $3744.03. TP target at 3766.08. We place the new buy limit, readjust it. We might get a trigger here. So we adjusted a new buy limit here. New buy limit at 3751.34, stop loss at 3744.03, and TP target 3766.08. We can readjust our TP accordingly once the trade is active. Welcome to another live session, traders. We are potentially to get a possibility to get a trigger here, expecting it to come back to test this support and to get a trigger. As you can see, the market, this is a significantly drop here, and unless the market dropping back below, will not get the trigger. Here you can see this is the 4-hour price action. We're expecting the market to drop down and then to get a trigger here. This is significant break below in this market, and we can see some bounce of this level. This is a neckline. The market is still could continue to rise from here, but I'm not going to enter because I would like to see the market has overextended below. It may still can continue to rise back, as this is also an order block, which is the previous resistance turning support here in that market in this area. All right, so we'll look see the market potentially to trend back down here to this support level where the previous trend line as well here in that area, and this is the 1 hour market potentially to drop down to test that 10 EMA from the lower time frame. 30 minutes as well, you can see that be pretty long candlestick pattern here. Would like to see this breaking below before we look for that upside bias. This market still can continue to rise from here, but I would like to enter from an extreme low level where the market in fact give us a high probability to bounce off that zone in this market. Okay, we can see the market started to break that low here, potentially to crack that, and here would like to see the market break below and then to reject back again to the upside here to create a new higher high in this market. You might get a trigger. Are you guys ready for a trade and expecting it to have that entry and then to return again back above for an upside bias to give us some peep on the last day of trading week? Okay, we are seeing the market is approaching that level, that support zone, and wanting to see this crossing that below will be on the trade and then to get an upside bias from this level. We are nearing to the entry area. This is our modified buy limit on Xauusd 3751.34, stop loss at 3744.03, TP target 3766.08. Would like to see the market to cross that low here. Come on, don't leave us with few peep again, just for few peep. Now we want to see the market is coming to hit that level. There's a 5 minute candle close coming, and it's gonna be horrible if this is also not triggering. From 10 EMA, got the rejection here. Okay, scaling back again. It's interesting market structure is being formed. We see that there is another long wick doji which is on the 5 minutes that you can see, and if we look at the 4 hour here, that you can see this is the 4 hour market structure which is also showing that a doji, and I'm still keeping that entry in that area, though we see the market structure showing that it both directional. This is the 5 minutes candle. You can see it's creating liquidity grab from the top and also from the bottom. So as if this one is closing as a bear candle, are you going to see another break below here? This is sometime the market creates a price action that sometime fully not recognized, but you guys will see that it happens in the market over and over again. And welcome, I think it left us the top of support zone. Yes, so you think Simis market came down to get support? I'm still keeping in the same area, because if you look at what level it did touch that and then bounce off that, if you look at, we see that 4 hour candle close is still 20 minutes to go. The market is still can come back here for another retest before it bounce up. So I'm still keeping in the same area, as this is still valid, but it may continue to rise back up. 4 hour candle that you can see before the 4 hour close, we still can expect the market to come down here. Even it could remain bearish for some more time. So depending on, we will keep this bending order on until the 4 hour close, and there is a probability that the market to potentially come back here to continue to drop for some period of time. The move already happened to the upside here. Now our question is, will you keep that trade on, or you will be taking off? Let's wait, because we were expecting this move here that already has happened. It didn't take us for a few peep, that move already happened. Now the next market structure coming here is this, right? Is this coming to drop back below, or it's gonna retest and reject back again? There is a significant liquidity trigger from the top, and if you look at the daily market, you can see that from the daily high, the price already rejected from the high. So this market Okay, from the 30 minutes, we still have the probability for the market, if it is dropping here, to have an upside bias. From the 1 hour, also we still have a probability to have an upside bias. So I'm keeping that pending order is still on for a potential bounce in this market. Here is the doji that you can see on the 15 minutes from this support level, and from the 30 minutes we can see also from this 10 EMA the market has made its move back above here. And if we look at the lower time frame, getting the reaction back above. So here you can see the market slowly trying to build that momentum. And in the meantime guys, if you're enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done yet, press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every day. Also stay connected by joining the Telegram, where you can find more updated education as well as analysis that I'm posting. Here you can see the market is again leaving us for a few people. The 4-hour close coming, and do you think the market is continue to bounce off that level or coming back again below to this support level? See, there is a 15 minutes doji. Here is from the 1 hour, the market tested this 10 EMA, and that is where you can see the market has made it move back up here in this lower time frame, where this is where the market, if you look at here, you can see also bullish momentum. The market here maintaining that uptrend from the 4 hour. We can see it's maintaining this uptrending market structure, and it's completely broken above to the upside, crossing the previous daily high here from the 1 minute, also showing an upside price action here in that area. Now the candle close on the 4 hour, is the market coming to break that low here to retest, or it's continuing back to the upside to create a new higher high? It's in an uptrend here in that area, which you can see the price is maintaining that move, inverted head and shoulders. Anyone buy trade? One can predict the market. If you have enough understanding about the market structure, you can predict the market with a high accuracy. How do you know that no one on buy trade? Right, so you can only know what we are trading, isn't it? So here you can see the market slowly breaking that low, and as the 4 hour close coming, we have 10 minutes to go. I'm still holding on to that pending order. Now what kind of the candle close is absolutely important, because we might see the market to possibly to come back below before the close, and that is where you could see the market to this is the 15 minutes price action, looking for the market to test again this support here. Are you guys ready for an entry? Okay, so here the market slowly trying to bounce off that level, series of higher low, which is an uptrend, but at the same time there is a rejection here, right? So the 4 hour candle close, but I think that could bring that price again back below, depending on how the 4 hour candle closing is also important, because with the 4 hour candle close, if the candle closing somewhere here, we could see the market to drop down even back below in this market, right? So you can see this is the 1 hour price action. If this price closing as a doji, if this market closing as a narrower doji, we might see that the price to drop again back below. Now 30 minutes price action here, which is rejecting from this level. Okay, so here the market structure is slowly moving up. Now 4-hour chart, we can see from here getting that upside, and it's showing that bullish in that area where so you have 5 minutes to go for this 4-hour to close. And from the 1 hour also you can see that it's a bull market. The market may continue to trend to the upside here, or we could see that deeper pullback as there is a long-term trend line has broken in that area. If you look at here, you can see this is the long-term trend line, and we can see that multi-time frame analysis on gold is, this is the 30 minutes doji, also showing that potentially to come down for a deeper pullback. I'm still holding on to that position here for this entry in that area. Now 4-hour candle close might lead that price potentially back below. From the 1 hour also you can see a bigger bullish candle with a long wick at the top. So this is a bull market at the moment, long term, and in that bull market so whenever the market is crossing its low, if you look at here, you can see this is the 5-minute chart where two liquidity gap. Are you going to have some upside here? Okay, so it's having upside here in that area, which is this is smart money trading, that if you look at the market is moving, that means the smart money is buying this market, and you can see the price is showing up accordingly. and back to back three, you can see three rejection here. This is a key support level on the 5 minutes, and the market may potentially bounce off that level that you can see, showing up to keep pushing back to the upside here in this market. So it's maintaining this uptrending market structure without any hesitation. It's moving back above to the major direction, 4-hour candle close, and I think that we might see the market now to continue to this uptrend as last day of trading week, to cross some of this important liquidity area here. From this liquidity zone, we can see the market has made its move back above here in that area. So it's moving back up, which is in an uptrend now. Let's delete the pending order. Didn't for 2 pips. Now it's maintaining that uptrend here. This is the guys, for the educational purpose, we see this is the main goal here, is to give you the actual reason, actual education why the market is moving in the way it is moving, right? So you can see that here, if you look at 30 minutes, you can see this is a very clear visible inverted head and shoulder, and with the inverted head and shoulder, the market has completely broken out of that inverted head and shoulder to the upside to create a new higher high. This is where the market reached that resistance line where there is a high liquidity, and the market is maintaining this uptrending market structure where the price is creating a series of higher high and higher low. Here is, we can see the market maintain series of higher low. The price is moving back to the upside to this key level. If we look at the further lower time frame, we can see that from the multi time frame aspect, it was maintaining that series of higher low and completely broken out of that resistance line. Now daily chart, if we go back to the daily price action again, from this daily support level, it made its move back above here with a one single bounce of that level, and with that bounce, what we can see, the market is maintaining that uptrend. Now this is where the price has broken the previous daily high. Because the global trend is up, this market can now bounce off the weekly high. So if you look at this, the current weekly high is here at 3790. Even it could just cross 3800 level today before the weekly close. So we have now a probability for entering from the sessions low. This is the 4-hour low. This is the current new level that we will be looking at the market to retest and then to give us another entry opportunity as the market has maintained its uptrending market structure. and it's a bull market. It's maintaining that bullish market structure. This is what I talk about always, guys. Always trade with the trend. And when you look at a market that is trending, right, the only thing that you need as a trader to make sure that you are trading with the trend. When you trade with the trend, you started to see the market completely different, right? Now, to be successful as a trader, the number one criteria that every trader need to have is to know the market structure. Still bullish? Yes. Whatever comes lower, adding buy trade with risk management. I think we miss the entry few pips. If you know inverted head and shoulders, sir, why not trade? Welcome. We are trading a lot every single day. This is our growth in one of our growth group. We are trading every single day. You don't have to trade a lot, right? You don't need to trade bunch of trade. You need few best trade, right? Quality matters in trading, guys. Quality matters. The day you cannot find trade is the day you started to become profitable. Quality matters in trading. That's why a lot of traders cannot make money. You see, there is a tendency comes in play when you are making money in trading, is to give away all the profit that you made, right? Which is a very common phenomenon. If you are trading for some time, you know it very well that it happens. Give away all profit has made. But when you guys have seen our win rate. I'm not saying that we don't lose, we lose trade as well. But if you look at the win rate, okay, how many trade we have win, how many trade we have lost, and how many pips we have made over time, that you will see that how the market has given us that. In this live session last Friday, you guys have seen in this NY session, the trade that was open is still in that direction, just where we have bought. The market bounced off that level, right? So you need the high quality trade and let it go in that direction, right? That's how trading is. You don't because you can make a very good trade, all right, 3 good trades, but another 3 bad trades will take all of them that you made. So make sure you pick the right trade and then reduce your trade size, reduce your number of trade. But when you take the risk, I do take the risk in my trading. When I have seen a high quality trade, I take the risk, because that's how I make money, right? That's how the smart trader trade, that take the risk when the trade in their favor, when the market truly has given us that trade, right? That's where the smart trading. Don't risk in each trade, only risk when there is a trade which is worth taking. And the market will not always give you those trade. That comes rarely, and when it comes, take it and then wait for the next opportunity. This is what we are doing here, learning, growing it. You guys have seen that all those trade that we are trading in our premium group, both group, we have 2 groups, I'm sharing all of them, all those trade that I'm opening, and also sharing the live PNL in the group, right? Along with journals. You guys have seen the journal. Every trade is being recorded, and we have a clear display of our results in the group. And that's how we make a big difference in this industry as a trader. And I really want to see that every trader in this channel, in this group, to become a consistently profitable trader by following the right strategy. Do you think that you're gonna be, or you are going to be, a consistently profitable trader? It's not hard. The only thing that you need is the right mindset, right strategy, right guidance. That's all you need. mindset, strategy, guidance. You need a mentor to help you to learn. You need a mindset to learn and grow, and you need the right strategy that you can implement in your trading. Now it has a complete breakout from this level. Complete breakout from this support level that you can see the market from the 4-hour chart had a complete break above in that area, looking for the market to test and then to reject back again. All right, so here is from this high, it's coming down to that support. Okay, start to break below here and expecting the market to potentially to pull back well below. This is the 4-hour support and 3761 level is the intraday support, and the market has created a potentially upside impulse here now. This is the current session low here. The key here is to wait for the right zone to come. Now this is the 4-hour level that the market has created from the intraday, and from the 30 minutes you can see that bounce. From the 1 hour also you can see that bounce. From the 5-minute chart that you can see from this support level, this is an important support, and the market has made its move back from this level, wanting to see it's coming back here to this support, testing that low, and then to reject back again to the upside here. Now back to back 3 liquidity zone, liquidity gap here. Liquidity is very important. When you see that the market has grabbed liquidity, that means there is a preparation for the bigger move here in the market. I'm in trade. Welcome. Now when the market had a stronger liquidity sweep here, if you look at here, you can see the current level here at 3761 is the potential level for buy in that market. Most likely you'll see some downside momentum, which is the market is in a very strongly uptrend. Well, the market movement that we can see, uh, it's based on observation. All right, so you can look at the market. This is a live market. Every day there is a new market structure is being created, and the market is constantly, it's a new market is being created every moment, right? Because it's every moment. Now it's present moment, right? Every moment there is a new future is being created. So every moment there is a new market structure is being created. And to know that, because there is always variation. The market is random, but at the same time, it has a pattern that you can recognize. But at the same time, there's always little variation. There is a little new market structure is being created every moment. And the only way you can understand that market through observation, be very curious. Curiosity will help you to understand the market moves. You guys have seen that everything that we discuss here in this channel about the market, about the trade, you will not find anywhere how we trade this market. And the reason is based on long observation. Observation changes everything, right? Have you seen the double slit experiment, where if you send an electron to one slit with an observed situation and send it to the other slit without observation, it creates a completely different pattern, right? One side is showing that electron is a particle, the other side is showing that electron is a wave, right? That is observing. When you observe the things, that you very thing that you are observing is changing. That's where the secret is. All right, so when you observe the chart, live market, everything changes. Not only the market, everything you observe, the thing that you are observing will start to change, no doubt about it, because it's, you are observing means you are giving it to the energy, right? And when it becomes wave, that means you understand that everything is in fact wave. And that's where you can see the live market every moment creating a new market. And once you look at the market from observational perspective, you started to see in your own lens, while also you can look at from different perspective. That means you learn something from mentor or from your strategy, and you can look at your own way of the market, why the things that the way it does, and ask question around those candlestick pattern, price action that you can see, and then you can see that it makes sense to you, and then you can create your own strategy to trade the market. Right, very simple. Okay, so here it's maintaining that bull market. If we look at, let's look at some of the currency pairs, and we'll go back to gold again. We see that there is a significant move on British pound US dollar from this support level. It is reversing back above potentially, because the market has crossed the previous session, like the swing low here. That means DXY start to pull back or started to reverse back. Euro dollar, this market might reverse, or it might be a pullback and could come back down again. So far the way it is showing here in that area, it could bounce off at least to break this swing high here on euro dollar. So that means DXY might come down for a deeper pullback, while you can see that gold is maintaining that market structure here. Now the current session's low here is 3761.68. This is our current level, 3761.68, which is the previous resistance, which is turning support here. This is what I'm looking at later for entry throughout the session here, that you can see the market structure is significantly bullish. We will be looking for entry at 3761 level for this session coming up. And as with the progression of the session, traders, this week we had another big week, and we are expecting next week as well. We saw some consolidation, and that consolidation now breaking out, so that means we might see that upcoming week another big move back to the upside, including today, and we have almost nearing to the end of the week. Looking forward to see guys have another trading week coming up next week. All together we'll be trading in this live market, and there's something very special coming, NFP week. And as NFP week, we will have also giveaway coming, so we will take some members, the dedicated members to the academy, to the giveaway during the FOM's NFP trading together. For those who will be dedicated, also can upgrade to the membership to the academy. I'll see you here again very soon, trading live together. Until then, I hope that you learned something here, you found value in this live session. Make sure you stay connected by subscribing to the channel, and also press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I am posting every day. Thank you, and I'll talk to you soon. Until that guys, stay well, stay happy.